right, tonight we're looking at Keto from Koto Ryu. This is about as Koto Ryu can get. But in classical Koto Ryu fashion, this actually has a couple and one very, very important lesson that we'll get to tonight. He's doing a lapel grab to me right here. I'm gonna step back, hit those two, and just kick him right down. Or just kick him, I don't care. All right, so from this angle here, I'm stepping back, hitting into this, and I'm using my body weight into this. I'm not just going like that. We actually have reversible that later. That's where we're gonna start. Oh shit, still got, I'm gonna dig into this. All right, he's still not letting go, which is fine by me. I don't think right now it's fine by Lauren. I can hear his tears. All right, and I'm just gonna step on by, and then we can deal with him from there. So all I'm doing is I'm putting that thumb right in. A little forward momentum will work a ton. Okay, so if I got parted here, I'm going through this, and I just do this. It doesn't feel great, but it doesn't work. Pressure points require movement. Now it does. And just that, from here, that's as hard as I can grip. My mass going into that really makes a difference, doesn't it, Arden? Okay? So if you find yourself just grabbing and squeezing, it's not working, lean into it. All right? We see this with all our pressure points. I'm here with him, all right? And I'm doing this. Not comfy, right? But the second I move, that mass gets behind that pressure point. And that makes a huge difference. So pressure points require mass. I see a lot of people try to do it with just grip strength. It won't work. All right, not even close to it well. You might get lucky, but let's make sure and just, as you're going, put your body right into that. I realize that he's resisting because he's got that stuff. He's still within distance. Okay? So once you get him to where that point is, let's throw something in. You can't just hold them there forever. You gotta do something with it. They're gonna wiggle out. I got somebody grabbing me here. All right, I've either done a hit, they haven't let go, I've kind of backed up. Double Kopo-ken, right to the side of the eyes. Boom. All right, has a good tendency to break orbital sockets. Stuff like that. I mean, I could just ride my fingers into her eyes too. We can look at that option. I can do that. She'll probably let go at that point in time. All right, but I've hit, it doesn't work. Boom, or well, boom. All right, and then boom. Okay, because she probably will let go of the hit one, like go into your eyes.
You will.
That makes sense. So let's look at another secondary option where this doesn't work, either Kopo-ken or right to the eyes. So let's actually look at what I think is one of the important aspects of it. I mean, there's actually a couple. The fact that, A, we're dealing with a kata where the person may or may not let go. How can you follow that up? But I think one of the other aspects too is that we have somebody grab me anywhere, grab me here, that we usually either try to, go for the hands. All right. One of the options we can do is just drive right into that hand, right? We'll look at the other option, which is more important later, but if say he grabs into here, grabs this, like, oh no, I mean, that's pretty easy. Yeah, that's not gonna take much. I mean, pounding into the back of the hand actually really doesn't feel great.
I agree.
Okay, so we're only gonna do this a couple, and you can do this without looking, because I think you all know how to clap. I'm sure you can clap upside down. He's grabbing my hand, I can find this pretty simply. Okay, so all we're gonna do, he's gonna grab, boom, not that, and just gonna come right in and do whatever we want. Okay, it just switch sides, because this one really hurts a lot. Okay, and then we'll look at a couple other options, because I want that to be an option for you. If someone grabs you here, I don't want this, right? Because I'm never gonna be able to pull him off like this. It's never going to happen. But I may have. But if I give him a quick smack, then I could. Does that make sense? We got to train that to be more of our response. And in versus, I don't have enough. With the bottom of my hands, I'm not even doing it with the top of my hands. Like, I'm not punching. I'm like, you don't knock on the door like, right? It's quick. All right, it's down and up. It's down through and up. It's not. I'm not sitting there to rest it. It's boom, boom. It's like I said. It's like clapping. Wow. I mean, slow clap. I guess you can. So yeah, whatever one you want, buddy. You know, so I'm not doing this, and I'm definitely not pulling it away. If anything, I'm gonna be bringing it up a little bit. And see, I don't have to cover a lot of distance. It's the force of my body coming down into this really quick, really sharply, that really makes a difference. Okay, you understand that? So I'm here, and the guy comes up to try to grab here. Okay, this actually is not as bad. It really isn't. I don't think. Boom. Okay, so I'm doing the 1-2, but now I'm using this, and we'll be light because I mean, the thing is, I don't want to hit him so hard on this that his head comes forward and bashes into me. Yeah. So I'm still going down. Boom, boom. Okay, it's not as bad, is it? No, it's almost like after what you've been through, this is like loving. Okay.
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary because it's a little bit big, but trust me, the fingers are worse. So grab. This is coming here. Still the same sink back. Bash down into wherever. They'll almost all work. Boom. 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 Okay. All right, let's be nice and use sticks on them. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Or have a rope or have something like that kind of thing. She grabs on. It comes over. Boom. Boom. If that's a chain, that's not going to feel great. Boom. All right. Now the hum. I'm now with the sorry, please. Grab. Like upside down, whole 9 yards. Like, oh man, like this is gonna be a problem. You know, I just know that. I can just tell, right? It's too strong. Okay. We modify, just take down that way. We can still kick him too if we wanted to. If we wanted. So I'm stepping back, cinching, crossing over. Okay, so I have that. From there, I can just step in and do whatever I want. Here. Okay. I apologize. I think I left out one critical explanation, or yeah, we'll blame it on me this time. Up and over, step back, boom. Punch under. Now I'm in position. See if people trying to do it from here. Or they're cinching up and under, but they're not moving their body. This punch under into that really hurts, doesn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it does.
Shunk. Okay. That makes sense. So get that punch in, that will help you out a lot. It'll clear it a lot easier. The punch through here, I'm actually doing it on the line that this hand is breaking down. Right now it's breaking down that way towards Jackie. So that's where my punch is going to be. Okay? Because that's the way his hand is breaking down naturally. If his hand is breaking down naturally, and I come up to here, I don't have the space, do I? It's weird. Right? So I want to go through. This is breaking down that way. Okay. Now I can get the distance. You can go the other side too if you want. Okay? Make sense? That has basically, it does it with the hands, but we'll do it with this. You don't have to do it, just so you know it's out there. This happens, and then I go under.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Bring them down that way right on top of this. Okay, the classical version just doesn't involve that. It pairs them and takes them and then throws them over like that. Okay, that is actually pretty often. From there, understand the principles behind it and how we can use it with different things. All right, obviously, I think if we even go back to the beginning, it's like boom, boom. We've already kind of realized there's a lot more to it than that. All right. I want to look at one more version of Taijutsu. Well, actually, sorry, two more. Taijutsu and a ground version. And then I really want to get into what this is really, really showing us. Okay, we've kind of hit on one of them, the fact that they're stupid enough to keep hanging on to you. All right, we're going to start using, and that we can hit. It's supposed to hit and then go, and it's supposed to try to pull. Okay, I'm down. Now, he's here, he's choking me. But now, obviously, this doesn't work as well. If I just do this, he's just gonna boom and come back and just hit me. I think we understand that, right? So I can't attack him well this way because there's no place for him to kind of go off to. When we're standing up and I hit him, he can go backwards. When I do this, he's not gonna pop to his feet. Do we understand that? So I'm not gonna attack him this way. I'm gonna attack him this way. Okay. All right. And I'm not doing the hit. I'm actually doing a shakoken right into the triceps. All right. So he's choking me, and the more he chokes me, the worse it makes him. I'm gonna come up this way, grab right into, complete the roll, and then go from there. Okay. It's actually better than the hands, but but not nice in its own right. So if I have Leslie here, yeah, choke it. Yeah, and the harder the choke, the better it is. Okay, I'm not going like sunboard, or I'm not doing. She has all the momentum. She has all the downward force.
Now, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Only do it a couple of times. I think you'll get the hang of it pretty fast. Okay? Like,
Work on it.
I think so. Let's find out. She just sold you out, buddy. She just sold you out.
Can I just dive
You can do whatever you want. You're smart enough. You're smart enough to know this. Yeah, because with Ian, I could just do this, and he just falls right off. See, yeah. It totally works.
That's gonna
But
be
yes,
awesome.
I do believe. I don't care who you are. That sucks a lot. Correct?
Yep.
And because of that lead, that's just my stuff. Right there. Please don't the Okay. All right. I just want to look at a Taijutsu option real quick. So in other words, with the Taijutsu, we kind of keep that cover a little bit more. Obviously, if I miss this for a second, I'm incredibly open. Right? I'm relying on the fact that he's stupid. Right? But if he decides not to be stupid, my hands are not covering me at all. This is bad. Okay. So he does that grab. I'm gonna step back here. Okay. So I'm still got the same kind of bash. It's not gonna have. I'm really trying to get an elbow in there. Kind of dive down like this. Okay. Now I have the eyes. You probably let go then, and then I can get the kick. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm settling, turning back, getting my cover up, settling into this, and then moving from there. Okay. Actually, I'll give you two options. That's the Taijutsu. This is actually a fun one that Scott Bragg likes to do, which I find almost comical. To tell you the truth. He does the same thing, but he's like, no, stop.
Oh.
And sooner or later the person will just let go. Which I find funny. If you think of the old days when they had like the Shuko, this would work very well. Okay, but if someone's just grabbing you, maybe they're pushing you up against the wall, like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, stop. Because maybe if you are moving, right, we're looking at this as being kind of a stagnant thing. But more likely, he's probably gonna be pushing you back. Like, whoa, what are you doing? Stop. Stop. Okay? All right. It's not as bad as the other one, but it doesn't feel great itself. All right. So for here, we have the Taijutsu option where we're kind of just basically coming in, getting into here, kicking, going through. Or we get this kind of pushback option. Like, whoa, what are you doing? Stop. Nice. Cut it out. Okay.
So what is our natural reaction? Ian comes up and grabs me, and I'm not a trained person, right? And I'm scared. He's like,
This does nothing. Right? I'm attacking. Number one, he's using his best two offensive weapons and putting them on me. Stagnant. That's not too smart. Okay? All right? But then I'm doing something even more stupid, which is taking my two hands and putting them right here, and I'm protecting my head. I'll never be able to do this. All right? The fact that he has his hands on me, other than the fact he may be jostling me around a little bit and kind of scaring the shit out of me, using my hands here doesn't really mean anything. He's still within inside my arm reach. That's not smart on his part. Right? And I'm covered. I have a lot of things here I can do to him. All right? Do we see that? All right, we have that whole bunch. So, yeah, a whole bunch of things. All right, but the temptation would be for untrained to go, oh no, please don't hurt me, and then I'm off balance. He's shoving me more and throwing me to the ground because that's what makes sense, right? That would be our natural reaction. So we're trained the fact that once he has his hands on me, he's mine. I can control it. It may seem like I can't move. I can actually move pretty easily. Okay. I can actually move pretty easily. All right. I think when people hold on to us, we think, oh shit, I can't move. No, I can actually use a lot of pretty simple stuff. All right, and so we got to get that out of our head. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to have somebody grab you and try to like hold you, like really try to hold you in place, and you're just gonna walk. You kind of see how easy it is to move that person, okay? And I think you'll be shocked on literally how easy it is. From there, we can go on to, okay, what can we do to him? Because now he actually he's holding on to me like an idiot. I can do a whole bunch of fun things from here. All right, he's still inside my arm's reach. This is great, okay? But first we gotta find out, we gotta get rid of that fear that he's locking me down. So they're gonna grab you, they're gonna hold you. Just walk around. I think you'll be surprised on how far you can move. Experience the fact that you can probably move a lot more than you thought you could, right? Okay, and I think you noticed that his hands holding on to you was a massive detriment to him, correct? The more he was trying to hold on, the more he was throwing himself and his structure totally out of whack, right? Do you see that? So let's go with something that we know pretty well. We're gonna look at it from this standpoint where he's grabbing me here, right? Right? And I was like, oh man, but I know I can walk fairly easy. You know, yeah, he may be holding me, he may be pushing me and stuff like that, but I know I can move pretty well, right? Because we just found that out, correct? Say yes, sir, because you heard it. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so I don't need to deal with this. I don't need to deal with these. These are inside his range. I don't care about his hands. Actually, that was a mistake of him. Okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this hand up. I'm just going to walk behind him. That's it. Nothing crazy, nothing hard. I'm not trying to move his shoulders. I'm not doing that. I'm just going, okay, stop. I'm not pushing him. No, I'm not pushing. I'm not doing this. That. Putting my hands straight up. Cover. I'm walking. I'm sinking. That's it. All right? So you see how easy someone grabs you. You can take it down. Don't try. Put your hand up and just walk because you know they can't hold you there. Okay? It's because if I go hard at all, if I have any type of pressure or tension, he will react. All right? Ian knows what I'm doing right now. Do we understand? All right, the second you feel me trying to do this, you stop. All right, you resist. Right? Okay? The second he feels it, he knows I'm attacking him. Okay? Ready? Not giving it to him. I'm attacking his sense of balance. Ian's sense of balance, he will pick up on that when it's too late. Sense of touch, you pick up instantly. And we're just looking at doing a simple move. If this was something that had redundancies caught into it, all right, like we typically have, right? That I may be covering this. So if for some odd reason he felt this and he moved, great. I now have this. Oh, you need the redundancy. You understand what I'm saying? Be easy. All right, be like a wisp that just walks by and goes, what the fuck was that? They don't realize it till they're falling down. Okay? It's her stupidity holding on to me that's the problem. Okay? Even if she would happen to shuffle with me as I do that. Okay? This position really well. And I see some people trying to get into here and try to trip him. The problem is I'm still holding him out here. He's not going to fall, and he's going to pull me along. It's the fact that his hands are getting closer to him. That's the problem, right? That's the issue. It's not my position. My position just happens to mean that his hands get close to him and pulls his body back. So, that's the issue. All right? It's life. It's easy. We only have 5 minutes left, so let's just have some fun for the last couple minutes. Now, we haven't even hit them yet. This is the point, right? I don't need offensive weapons doing defensive things because he's already made that mistake. Using the offensive weapons that are homemade to do defensive things inside my arm range. All right? Silly. All right? So I don't have to worry about this because I know we've learned that I can move him pretty easily. He can't hold me in place no matter how hard he tries. All right? If he's even shoving me back a little bit, that actually makes it easier. Okay, because now I can use that momentum to circle around. We understand that, right? We've been looking stagnant. If Adam's really pushing me, that's actually easier. So now I have this momentum to use against it. Stagnant's harder. Yeah. Okay. So now I still have my offensive weapons to use. Right? Understand? Okay. So just for a couple times, we're gonna step out. I'm gonna deliver a backward Budokan. Right on there. Maybe a couple Ken right in there. And we have a nice Koto Ryu kata, just like we started with. Boom, boom. It's now. Boom, boom. Nice job, everybody. And you too, Mana. Good work. Good work. So that was Keto. All right. Hang and throw. So I think you kind of see that the hanging aspect, right? When the person's kind of like hanging on. And for like me, it's kind of like you're hanging a coat. That motion, right? You kind of fold out like that. I hope you get to see. My point was to try to prove that when showing this originally, it looks pretty darn lap kick, right? That's okay, great. Well, this got in 2 minutes. And then as you start diving into it and realize, like, wait a minute, I don't want my natural tendency to be this. I want it to be either this, or I want to then realize, like, wait a minute, they got their offensive things holding me. Oh my God, I can really manipulate them well. They can't hold me like I thought they could. I can really move around and do a lot of damage. Like when people are holding on to, it's like that's wonderful. You know, it's your benefit. I hope like that came through. Okay, and that's a very, very, very important part. And as people go through this art, everybody has to let go of that. You know, and some people have, and some people leave that point in time where it's like, wait a minute, I really want to do this, but actually it's not the best thing for me. Again, it's our parable for life. Some things we do just not the best thing for us. We're gonna do what doesn't seem right until it's like, oh, this actually makes a lot more sense. Okay. We look at the Taijutsu aspect, we look at some weapon aspects, we look at ground aspects. We did not look at an offensive aspect of this, but I'll show it real quick. So this is an old story I heard about Mr. Gates. One time where he was kind of working, this guy was chasing their team up like that. And that right there. Guy's gonna probably have that hand closer to you. You do that a bunch of times, you're gonna snap a hand. You know, but you see Matt's reaction? That gave me my opening. Right? So if you ever have something, I want you to get across this. All right, that we're just kind of jostling, we don't know who's gonna do it, and I really don't want to take, I know I can't grab it because I know you're decent enough. You know, so if I miss this and hold it anyway, that's fine. But in that movement, or if I can get, boom, then I can get in. So that's how we can use that offense, so we can actually work our way into something, because we may not want to traverse, you know, those hands. So let's get them. Damn it. Right, which is just the same as a contact. Like, ow! Right, taking their mind out of it just for that second to deal with that pain. Okay, so there is, even though this is a very simplistic kata from the outset, there's so much in it in terms of really practical stuff. Questions, thoughts? Yeah.
I do think like what my weaknesses in general is like getting used to grabbing somebody. Also, I've always had the fear of being grabbed by someone bigger than me, feeling a little bit smaller, I realized. So it's been fun to kind of, I guess, flip the script of what I would expect to be the issue of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting seeing the tendencies to be more confident in that round. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, congratulations on your belt, by the way.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, one of the last exercises we did about just walking with somebody holding you is really good to feel that empowerment, to feel empowered and to not feel like you're overpowered.
And two, like we start a lot of our things from, you know, there's usually a grabbing aspect in there, right? And I want to give things that we can not just look at in terms of, oh, in this circumstance you do this, but that we can take and you can use in all your training, right? Grabbing, punching, yeah, great. Walk that arm out. You know, anytime that, or just walk that out. I mean, it can be done very, very simply. You know, you're grabbing, like, you're here and on that wrist. I want to do a smack where you're just, oh, just walk it out. Right? All I do is I put my hands straight up. Hold me in place, buddy. Hold me in place. Hold me. Hold me. You know, I got that blocked already. We're good to go. Okay? So, and it, with minimal effort on my part, because you can't. People think when they're being yelled, they're like, I can't move. No, you can absolutely move. And actually, if you do, it's going to actually really upset them, especially if they're stubborn enough to keep the hold on. It's his problem. He should have let go halfway through that. And then we train to the fact that when they do let go, we hit them. It's all right. You feel that go away. Yeah.
I liked the resistance of the blunt force. So when you grab somebody by their face and you think you're strong, but you're actually not. And then when you grab them above the head and you throw them off balance, that's your opportunity. I thought that was really unique.
It's
You think you're strong when you do these moves and you get somebody and you grab them by the face like that, but really you're to the disadvantage.
well,
They're
I
not
mean,
even off balance in that aspect.
if I got Adam get right, Adam's stronger than me. There's no doubt in the world, right? And if I grab him to try to push him away as hard as I can, number one, he's going to feel it. He's going to resist. He's also holding on to me, so I have to push him so hard with my one arm that I dislodge his hands from my body. That's not gonna happen, right? So what I can do though is knowing that this is a bad idea for him, and knowing the closer his hands get to him, that's a problem. And knowing he can't stop me from walking, you know, I don't give him any of that. I don't give him that pressure to then stop me. I don't screw this. That's stuff that's sitting here, right? That makes sense. But it's opposite of what you think you do, right? And that's one of the reasons why I think some of the kata are shown very percussive, because these guys this was their livelihood. The Densho was to like transmit the song, but I'm not gonna give you all my secrets. What if it's stolen, right? And I got all your secrets and I know how to come against you. No, I'm gonna write it in a way that's like, oh, they're just boom, boom, boom. Well, I can stop that. It's just the start. You know, and so when you see it bothers me when you see people like, no, do the kata this way. It's like, okay, yes, but do you understand that that's just like here, and there's so much more to learn. To me, that's yeah, that's just my soapbox.